Prince Harry and Meghan Markle might have to evacuate their $29 million mansion from the situation in California. So this is their house. It's clearly beautiful. It has a tennis court, it has a playground and a pool. It's gigantic. And you might be concerned now thinking, how is Meghan Markle going to film her show now if something happens to their house? Yeah, so just in case you haven't already heard, Meghan Markle has partnered with Netflix to produce something horrendous called With Love, Meghan. And as you can see, everything looks picture perfect and, might I say, fake. Like, even if these are real flowers, it still looks like plastic. We're supposed to be getting to know Meghan Markle with this, but actually we are getting to know a completely fabricated version of her life and just what she wants us to see, including the house. So no, her real house is potentially in danger, but the house where she's filming her show at is going to be fine probably because it's a completely different house. This house clearly has no resemblance to her real house. It looks like a little tiny cottage from like the 1950s. And Meghan Markle is just going to be like your little trad wife now. And I think that we all know that that is the furthest thing from the truth. She seems like the biggest feminist of all time. And it is just so strange that now she's coming out with a cooking show, because she has before made a very big point about how demeaning it is to say that a woman belongs in the kitchen.
A pivotal moment reshaped my notion of what is possible. See, I had been in school watching a TV show in elementary school, and this commercial came on with the tagline for this dishwashing liquid, and the tagline said, "Women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans." Two boys from my class said, "Yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen." I remember feeling shocked and angry and also just feeling so hurt.
And so this is another clip of her sharing the same exact story. It's like it is scripted. She says the story in the same exact way. It's kind of bizarre.
Meghan, will you tell the story about when you wrote that letter to P&G? Because I don't know if everyone's heard it, but it's such a great story.
Oh yes, it's just such a pivotal moment in your life. Imagine somebody says, tell us about a pivotal time in your life. And most people are like, oh, I was really sad when my grandparents passed or my family went through something difficult. But this lady's like, one time the boys in school made a joke.
At a very young age, what you did.
I was 11 years old, about 11 years old, and I'd seen a commercial on TV for a dishwashing liquid, and the boys in my class at the time said, it said, "Women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans." And the boys said, "Yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen." And at 11, I just found that infuriating and wrote lots of letters and put pen to paper, and they ended up changing the commercial to people all over America. And it's funny to look back at it now because that was before social media where you had a
Wait, they ended up changing the commercial even though the commercial was targeted at women in America who were struggling to clean their dishes. So instead she was like, no, you can no longer market to your necessary demographic. From now on, you need to market to men. That's just the rhetoric that she wanted to make fit, even though it wasn't what the people needed. It's not what people related to. And yet now she has a whole cooking show. But the thing is she's probably not going to do the dishes. I mean, just looking at some of the shots from this, it looks like one of those videos that they would play as a commercial or some type of visual on like United Airlines just to keep people entertained and keep them from going insane. That's what this looks like. It just looks slow motion, very fabricated, very beige, very fake. She's making it seem like all of the fruits are just so hand-picked and that she has done everything herself. I mean, it just shows no bearing to real life at all. especially because the show is portraying her in this really cute light. Oh, she's getting flowers and she's cutting up the vegetables, and she says that she likes to make little desserts for people to make them feel oh so good, because that's what a princess would do, right? But meanwhile, there's just so much information about Meghan Markle being terrible to work for, or this person saying that she is a princess on set, that is what she is known for. She's literally known for being a mean person. She would avoid eye contact with the crew. She was always fed up, one crew member noted, sighing, huffing and puffing, rolling her eyes. It was heavy going working with her. And so there's countless reports of her not being very princess-like, and yet now she wants to do this whole show about just how cute and how kind she is. So let's go ahead and watch this trailer and just keep an eye out for how fabricated it all is.
Let's make a show.
Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it, surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
I'm sure.
What? This is probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life.
It's magic.
I'm going to share some little tips and tricks. I see what color I gravitate to, and everything goes from there. And how you can incorporate these practices every day.
I mean, they're making it seem like she's just such a delicate, fun-loving lady who's just always so gentle and just so feminine. But it's not like she's actually in her kitchen. It's not like she's doing this for fun. This is a work project. This is a way for her to make money. So it's so clear that in her show, she is trying desperately to emulate all of the things that she is supposed to be doing by just showing how graceful she is with the flower, and how caring and compassionate she is, and that she cares about her public image, and she's like that in her heart. But you cannot put on a show as one thing and not eventually get exposed for who you actually are. The whole thing ultimately reminds me of Princess Diaries, and it seems like Meghan Markle needs to go through the actual training on how to actually be royalty, how to act, how to treat people, instead of just being an actress, because that's what she is she is an actress. And so she decides to put on this facade and pretend to be this perfect character. Meanwhile, the royal family's coming out saying they have no interest in Meghan Markle's business ventures. I mean, Meghan Markle just posted her first Instagram post after 5 years of not posting. And her and Harry are very adamant about the dangers of social media and how it can be bad for kids and it can be bad for their self-image and everything like that. And so for her to go back on social media just to basically promote her show is a little bit backwards, because it kind of goes against what they have been standing for the last few years. And so she posted this video of herself running on the beach, and supposedly her husband, Prince Harry, was the one who filmed it. But who really knows? When everything else is fabricated, it could just be some camera producer. And so she's just trying to act like your normal everyday girl. And it's like, sometimes when celebrities get so famous, I don't understand why they continuously try to pretend like they can relate to everybody else. Like they want to pretend like they're just like you and rent out a smaller house that is maybe more relatable to your average American, instead of just actually showing what their lifestyle is like. And I've seen a lot of people saying that they would find it so much more interesting if Netflix made a show about Meghan Markle and just how horrible she is to work with. People would find that more realistic than her running on the beach and just so free and just so happy and just not giving a care in the world about the haters, when actually she probably does. And that is why she has disabled her comments. That's why she hasn't been posting on social media. And that's why she is going so overboard in trying to make this perfect image, but everybody can see past it. Wow. So something really funny about this video is we're going to watch it again and I want to see if you guys notice anything, okay? Okay, so she's running on the beach, right? And now let's go ahead and pause it right here. Do you guys notice anything at all on the sand? Yes, exactly. So a lot of people also have noticed that it says 2025 right there where she is walking past. She couldn't have even walked a little bit down the beach to not have this previous recorded clip where she wrote 2025 in the ground. And so meanwhile, she is trying to make it seem like this is just natural and her husband's recording her just on the beach, just with the wind blowing in her hair. And yet she recorded this clip multiple times to make sure that she got the right one, that she drew it exactly how she wanted it to be seen. It's not about being authentic. It's about being perfect. It's about being fake. And that goes against all the things that her and Harry were pushing for. They're saying, oh, social media is bad because it makes people insecure. And yet here she is just going overboard to try to paint this perfect image. Honestly, I think people would gravitate more to her if she was like, yeah, I have a bad attitude. I mean, sometimes I'm bossy, and she built a brand around that because that's already what she's known for. So why come out with this whole new persona? Also, Meghan Markle is now being accused of being fake as she copies Kate Middleton's hobbies like beekeeping. Why is she pretending like beekeeping is one of her daily habits? This is just something that she would do regardless of if the cameras were on or off. Another thing that she apparently has copied is this ladybug themed appetizer that was shown in the trailer that apparently just comes from your most basic like Pinterest pages, probably some TikTok stuff. I mean, why would we watch a tutorial from Meghan on how to do anything if we could just get it from a person who actually enjoys cooking at their actual home? People have also noticed that the cover for the show almost looks exactly like this picture. I mean, with the plants in the background, the flowers, the positioning that this girl is in. This is a YouTuber cooking show from Emma's Kitchen, and it looks like almost an exact knockoff. Seriously, people were spot on with this comparison. Even the shade of the dress and the lighting in the room is pretty much the same. You can see so many people saying that she is copying Emma's Kitchen on YouTube. Also, the title from the show comes from Princess Diana because she signed off on her notes, "With love, Diana." And so now she's just like, I will take that. That's going to be mine now. And I get it. Great artists steal or whatever. People say that she is also a fake version of Princess Kate. Probably a lot of people are going to watch it anyways just to see what it is all about. Please double check that you are subscribed to my channel so you never miss out on a new video, and I will see you next time. Bye.